geometric sculptures presentation. Now, Amy, would you be willing to introduce the map?
Okay. The height of the sculpture would be 4 feet tall. The pole in the middle would be 3 by 1 foot, and the go hop would be made from a 4 by 4 feet sheet. The sphere is made of 6 3.5 by 1 foot strips. The base would be made of a 4 by 4 block of concrete. For the scale of the model to the actual, 1 inch would equal 1 foot. For the nets, that's a picture of what the 4 by 8 sheet of aluminum would look like. You could fit 6 of the 3.5 by 1 foot strips in it, and the pole. And for the next picture, that was how the go hop would be able to fit in. Grace?
Okay, our plan for the metal is we would use aluminum because it would be the most cost effective, as we would get it all free from Chad DeBoer, Madeline's father. It also doesn't rust and is easily shaped. And the cost per sheet of metal is free. The supplies we need is 1 1/3 yards of concrete and 1 4 by 8 foot sheet and 1 4 by 4 foot sheet of aluminum. Now, Madeline, would you be willing to explain the budget, please?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Chad DeBoer is donating all the aluminum. Robert Prose is donating the concrete and rebar, so we have no expenses, and our total cost is free, or $0.
Special thanks to
Chad DeBoer.
Robert Prose.
and you, our wonderful judges. Are there any questions?
I'm gonna ask you to go to the very beginning. I just wanna walk through the thing one more time, okay? So go to your first slide. Okay. So did you just stick with the exact same dimensions for that? You guys didn't recalculate, redo anything?
We resized it. We made it smaller.
Okay. And it was, how tall?
4 feet.
And how tall is it now?
So it
Or
was
it was,
about 5 feet.
and now it's 4 feet.
Okay, it was 5 feet, okay, and it's now, okay, go ahead and go to your next slide. Okay, so now it's 4.
Is that the metal part's 4, and then the base underneath it? The sphere is 4 feet?
The sphere is 3 feet tall.
3 feet, okay.
You still have a base that's 1 foot of concrete, right? 3 by 3 by 1 still? So the base was always 3 by 3 by 1. You still got 3 by 3 by 1, but now you're taking, so now the 3 foot sphere will be 3 foot wide, so it'll be as wide as the base instead of, okay. The pole is gonna be 3 foot by 1 foot. The go hawk will be made from a 4 by 4. Okay, now your go hawk, if it's made from a 4 by 4 sheet, it's, you know what I'm saying, your sphere is only gonna be,
It will be made, cut, so it will fit in.
okay, so you cut, okay, so it's made with 6 3.5 by 1 foot strips. So those strips are gonna be, the part that bends is gonna be pretty wide now, isn't it? Compared to being thinner. It might be at the point where you can't even see the go hawk inside, you know what I'm saying? They might be getting pretty thick there. Now, if you take a strip, go ahead and go to your next one. Okay, go to your next one. Okay. So those 3 foot strips, you're gonna bring them around. That's gonna be 7 divided by pi would be about right. Okay. You got your one going down the middle. Are you guys gonna keep the engravings on those? Okay. Yeah, did you figure the cost of that by chance? The engravings? Is that something that, does your dad do that? Can he do engravings?
Yeah, I think he can. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Okay, so that, you got that 4 by 8 sheet. Go to the next one. Okay, go to the next one. Go to the next one. You said 1, the concrete, say it again,
5 1/3 yards of concrete.
5 1/3.
That's how we measure the cost by yards.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to ask the king some questions
Well,
about that. I don't-
yeah, concrete's usually sold per cubic yard, so, that's like a, yeah, I'm sure your math's right on, that's like a $550 for concrete.
That was my question is,
It's a lot.
what's the estimated donation that Mr. DeBoer and Mr. Pros would be
One cubic
contributing?
yard would be 3 by
Plus
3
the
by 3,
aluminum
right?
and
He said
concrete.
my dad
3 by 3,
actually
3 foot by
works
3
at
foot by
Keith
3
Park,
foot.
and so they have all the
So they only
aluminum.
need
So he
about a
said
third
just
of a
how much
cubic
we could
yard.
get, they would donate.
That is a ton of.
Yeah, they only need a
What's
third.
the
of it.
estimated value?
Yeah, like
So if that
ours,
business
like
were gonna write off a
concrete,
tax
concrete,
deduction
concrete,
because they
concrete,
donated to a
concrete,
school, what would that dollar amount be?
Foot, and it's divided out by 27.
Right, so, because that right there is 3 by, that's 9, you know, that's 9 cubic
That's if
feet.
you did